That's what's the see, my meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
Maybe Mr. Godwin did it because I just told him.
It
Unless
is streaming. Check.
Okay, yes, it is. Yes, it's streaming now. It's streaming.
Hello.
I'm with Mr. Godwin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, copy the link and send to me. Send me the YouTube link.
The YouTube link or the Zoom link, which of them?
The YouTube.
It's YouTube link. No, it's YouTube link. YouTube link.
Body, can you hear me, body?
With that link, go to YouTube. That where you're going to send.
Is it rain?
Joyce, have you confirmed? Have you gotten the link?
Yes, I'm sending it now.
I should send it.
Yes, Dora will send it to you.
Okay.
Nobody has joined. That's why. Switch off, switch off. Please, when we come in, let's ensure that our mics are muted, please. Thank you. Please, let's make sure our mics are muted. Please, let's ensure our mics are muted. Thank you. Thank you. While we wait for other people to join, if you can hear me, please just drop a heart emoji for me to know that you can hear me. Drop a heart emoji if you can hear me. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, just drop a heart emoji for me to know that you can hear me. Thank you for joining. When you join, ensure your mic is muted so we don't interrupt anything. When you join in, ensure your mic is muted. Please ensure your mic is muted. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining again. Please, let's ensure our mics are muted. Let's ensure our mics are muted. Thank you for joining yet another impactful session today. Please, let's make sure our mics are muted.
Yeah.
Let's ensure our mics are muted when we're joining.
Okay, I actually need a laptop, HP laptop.
Please, let's ensure our mics are muted when we join. Let's ensure our mics are muted when we join in. Thank you. Thank you for joining. So while we're waiting for other people to join, if you can hear me, just drop a heart emoji. We'll start exactly 4:10 p.m. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Godwin. We're going to start exactly 4:10 p.m. So while you're here, you can share the link to your friends. There's no knowledge that is a waste. You can share the links to your friends and invite them to join this program. Let's share the links, let's share the links, let's share the links and invite people. Even though they were not part of the program, they can still be a part of today's session. So let's share the links to our friends and neighbors, everyone that is connected to us. Let's just share the link so that they can join this. Thank you, Callisto. So we'll be starting. You know anyone that is supposed to be here that is not here, please do well to reach. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, before we start, I want to make sure everyone can hear me. So just kindly drop a heart emoji if you can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope we're inviting people. Something, we have 1 minute left to start. We know that we get it will be great for us to share the links and invite people. We know that we've gained something this past few days. To be amazing if we can share the link and invite people. Let's let them know that there is something that we're gaining. Okay, so we'll be starting now. Good evening, everyone. Now I'll be your moderator this evening. Yes, yes, I know that everyone can hear me now. I believe so. I believe so. Okay, so today we'll be going with the topic crafting compelling digital portfolios. Crafting compelling digital portfolios. And our speaker for today, Kingsley, Mr. Chukwuemeka Kingsley. He's the operations manager for Housefinder Technologies, a real estate firm that is doing so well in Abuja. So he'll be our speaker today. So if we're ready and excited to hear our speaker speak today, let's drop a thumbs up emoji. If we're excited and willing and ready for our speaker, let's just drop a thumbs up emoji. Thank you. Are we ready? Are we ready? I can't see the excitement. Are we ready? If we're ready for our speaker. Okay, our speaker is here. Honoring our invitation. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So over to you, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me. Good evening, everyone. I don't know if anybody can hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
Okay, it's a pleasure being here with you all. My name is Kingsley Chukwuemeka. I'm the operations manager, Housefinders Technology. Today we are handling a topic that says crafting a compelling digital portfolios, showcasing your skills and experience. So I'm going to go further to share my screen. so that we move on.
Okay, sir, we cannot see you.
Can you see the screen now? Hello.
Let's indicate
Hello.
if you can see screen from my end.
Yes,
Please
we can
let's
see the
just
screen.
indicate. Okay.
Okay, so the topic today is crafting compelling digital portfolios, showcasing your skills and experience. So we will start by first understanding what digital portfolio is. So a digital portfolio is a collection of examples of your work that all that is all accessible online. So typically, you only include your best work in your portfolios. So let me state this: there is difference between portfolio and mere written CV. Because just saying it like this, one may think that it's just a CV will just write or a resume will just write and be carrying along. We're talking about digital portfolio. So, so it can also showcase your professional competencies, technical prowess, and creativities. So I think there are different types of digital portfolios we have here. We have photographs, we have tests, we have illustrations, we have blueprints, web page, animation, and graphics. So all these can be seen in a well-crafted digital portfolio. Besides your work samples, you can also what is page? Okay, so besides your work samples, you can also include a brief description of yourself, where you can introduce yourself to the reader. So mostly, digital portfolio is not meant for work. Maybe for those who are looking for work, it's not meant for you to just be carrying it along. Let's say you are giving it out for people to read. It can just be posted there for people to read and know more of what you've been doing, what you've achieved. So you can also discuss your interests and upload your photos, what you've been able to achieve. An online portfolio makes it easy for you to access and share models of your previous projects. Including a portfolio in an application allows you to convey evidence of your skills in hiring managers to hiring managers. A visual representation of your qualification also helps employers decide if you are the right fit for their company. So there is one thing I want to say here about models of your previous projects. If you are trying to employ an architect, I believe you don't just look at um, what the person will write that he or she is. You also ask the person the evidence of what he or she has been able to achieve, designs he or she can be able to portray as an architect, not all these olden days architect. And also cut across other careers, other professionals, and all that. So how to make a digital portfolio. So first of all, you have to understand your audience. When creating a content for an audience, it is helpful to consider what your audience may want. You don't just create a digital portfolio because others are creating or because someone has okay, you decide to create. Okay, let me even say there are some of these our Richmond Wikipedia pages. Like many people will just go on without even knowing more about them. They will just create a Wikipedia page for someone they don't even know. So it's left for that person to create such type of digital portfolio. Let me just be calling Wikipedia a digital portfolio, but it's an encyclopedia anyway, where everyone can come upload their portfolios. But what I'm even trying to say is that you have to understand how people will portray you, how people will look at you, like what you are going to, how you're going to appear before your audience, how people will perceive your words. You understand? So the people you are throwing it out, what are they going to conclude? So, but in the case of our age, maybe trying to use it to secure a job or something like that, of course you have to put what the hiring managers or the clients may need from you. So um, or maybe what the industries may need from you. So think about what kinds of contents they could be seeking also. For example, if you are seeking, okay, I've also used an architect to give an example. So there are drawings and samples and past projects, images of past projects and all. That's how they were able to achieve that. How they were so portraying a prospect client, maybe as a freelancer, a copywriter. You might incorporate samples of previous campaigns you worked on that resembles the prospect's brands into your online um, portfolio. Now, on this, I want to say this. There is a situation where some of us who are looking for this trending thing and they call Japa, people say yes, they want to Japa and all that. Have you noticed that a whole lot of people will start doing some health program? They will just try to, um, just have a change in career and maybe just have 2 weeks, 3 weeks for some health program. And on that, they will just put it on the using this to achieve this and all that. They are just using it to portray what the industry needs from them or what they are targeted audience are looking for. So the second one is selecting your strongest sample, maybe along the line of our careers, most of in secondary schools, primary schools, some worked at the hospital, some worked even as a cleaner. So, but they will not like such things to appear on their portfolio. That doesn't mean they never worked like that. Some even worked in a hotel. That doesn't mean they never worked in a place like that. But there are also, if there may be maybe an opportunity that may throw itself, you just end up bringing up that particular part of your life or that particular career you pass through in life. So bringing out your strong sample, you might be tempted to throw a wide selection of samples also into a digital portfolio, just like as I've said. So it depends on the condition that portrays itself. That's where you now say it depends on what you are facing as at that point in time. But as the old saying goes, less is more. 7 to 10 samples should adequately demonstrate your skills. In fact, research by our company says so. The samples you choose for your digital portfolios should represent your core strengths, industry experience, technical ability, and range. You're not more than 5 years old. I'll still make use of an architect, for example. Hello, can you hear me?
Ego kan na ga
Hello,
ndị achọrọ ndị ọrụ ndị achọ ndị interested
hello, can you hear me?
ndị achọ ndị interested elu aka na achọ
Yes, we can hear you. Go on. Don't worry, I'll mute the person.
oge music anyị kwuru ka
Please go on.
can you hear me? Can anyone hear me, please? Okay,
Yes, we
so
can
let
hear
me
you.
still make
Go
it
on.
Yes, we
10
can hear you,
years.
sir. Go ahead.
The app they use in making the design must have changed over time. So, like, some were even using AutoCAD those days, some were using ArchiCAD and all that. But today, there are some other design app tools they use in making their design today. And they use some kind of things they call Revit, some 3D motions, things they use to beautify their design and all that. So if you are putting up good, I wonder how it will look. There must have been trends that they must have come up to consume the old things you have, and all. So unless is impressive work from a high profile company, maybe you must have worked in one US owned health NGO or even a German NGO. You may just have to bring it up and say, yeah, I worked in so place in your portfolio. Like these were what you were able to do. These were what you were able to achieve. You understand? So that being said, you notice that if you bring some kind of bike growing that is way 10 years old or 5 years older, you may be out of the market. Some people will just be looking at your portfolio and they will just be possibly smiling or mocking. So be your best work, opening with your top and most relevant piece and closing with the number or the runner up so you start and finish strong. Be tailored to the employer, whether they are Fortune 500 firm, maybe a big firm in US, a scrappy startup. There are startups that, yeah, they started as startup, but today they are big companies that people will be able to say, I'm happy to even, partner with that name. Yeah, I worked with maybe Andelia and so many other of the startups that are no more startups today. So to help your online portfolio content be pertinent and appeal to the company you are contacting. So the third one, tell a story. In your online portfolio, explain why you choose this career path. Provide details about your work experience and offer insights into your daily life. Consider creating a separate section designated for your biography, skills and career goals, such as an About Me section. You can also connect emotionally with the reader when you include relevant information about yourself. If you are appealing to a potential mentor, a job reference, they may appreciate learning about the evolution of your career to feel more confident parties. Make sure your biography reflects the audience interest. For instance, as a job candidate, you can describe your passion for industry and your commitment to quality work. So the fourth one on how to make a digital portfolio, showcase your unique creative styles. Companies and hiring managers may want to get a sense of who you are. But here again, less is often more when it comes to adding personal flair to your online portfolio. One way to flex your creative style without going overboard is to make your digital portfolio design
Okay, I think Mr. Emeka's network is acting up. Or is he's still here? Mr. Emeka, can you hear us? We can't hear you. You're muted. Okay, while we wait for him, let's do well to, if we have any questions, let's drop them on the chat so that while he's rounding up, we'll be able to read through your questions. While we wait for him to get back, if we have any questions, you can drop them now. You can drop them now. If we have been enjoying the class, the session so far, please, let me see. I want to see that excitement. Let's drop an emoji to show that we are really following and we're understanding everything that our speaker for today is teaching us. I hope I'm audible. I hope I'm audible.
Can anyone hear me now?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you, sir. Welcome back.
All right. Sorry for that interruption. So we're on the fifth one on how to make a digital portfolio. So because you want your prospective employers or clients to have an easy and enjoyable experience when reviewing your work, put your online portfolio to test before sharing it. Make sure it's easy to view on every version of every browser, on every platform. So let me say this on this particular one. You notice that most of, let's say you have a developer or you want to employ a developer, most of them don't go about carrying a resume. What they have a created portfolio already. So once they come, they will tell you their projects, what they have done, what they have been able to do with this and all that. So if that cannot be accessible by the reviewer, of course, that portfolio is no more what it's supposed to be. In fact, it's no more a digital portfolio. So before presenting your portfolio for a reviewer to go through it, make sure you check possibly if it's an image, check the image load time, verify that the navigation is intuitive, as noted earlier, confirm that your e-portfolio is responsive for mobile devices, feature high quality photographs of any printed work, carefully proofread all captions. Let me also say this on this part also. I've come in, I've come in contact with a lecturer once a time, I think in Kogi State University. So he was complaining something to me. He said he had an interview in Austria. So, and he was asked to present. In fact, he was called up for the interview. When he entered inside, the first thing they asked him, "What's the name of the school you were teaching back in Nigeria?" He said it's Kogi State University, and they asked him, "What's the website?" He told them. They were not looking for his materials on the website. Just that. They didn't ask him for your CV. They were just looking for, because, of course, in our part of the world, let me just say Nigeria here, most of us don't even deem it fit or necessary to have digital portfolio. If we now have LinkedIn that helped us to now be creating some of these digital. So I think it's necessary we have a compelling digital portfolio when we understand what it means and how it goes to help us. Ways of having an impressive digital portfolio: presentation and personal branding. Attention to the presentation of your portfolio. Choose a clean layout that puts the focus on your work. Consider incorporating your personal elements, such as logo. As you can see, the presentation is even coming with our company's logo, such as a typography to create a cohesive and Show them how your content will work for them professionally. A well-crafted portfolio is essential for success in the industry. By including a diverse range of high work, organizing it effectively, provide through case studies, and maintaining relevance and professional throughout. You can also create a portfolio that attracts opportunities for you. The second one, pay attention to the search engine optimization. In this case now, it's called, I don't know, most of us don't even know that someone can use this portfolio to create a website. In fact, someone's website is just, when you ask the person for his CV or his portfolio, you just throw a is HTML based to view from other devices and use keywords relevant to the industry within the content and corresponding URL. You can also write a unique meta description that tells people what to expect from your portfolio when they click the search results page. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so include a social media links on all your digital portfolios. To an extent, at a point in this country, they just want to know if you are promoting because
Okay, okay. I think Mr. Emeka's network is still
your
acting up. Okay, sir. You're breaking a bit. If you can hear me, sir, you're breaking a bit. Okay. I hope we're already sending in our questions. I hope we're dropping our questions already. Okay. Go ahead. Yes, yes. Yes, go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
All right. I'm sorry for that. So I was talking about the essence of social media links on your portfolio. So many people may like to even know your work. So having a social media is an integral part of today's society. So it's wise to include a widget that links your portfolio to professional social media accounts like LinkedIn, not all social media accounts. Because so many of us will just put TikTok where they go and do anyhow they want. This makes it easy for people to share information with others, which increases your visibility. Allow people to contact you to learn more about your services. For example, in a photography portfolio, you can add to your social media pages that displays your work and shows how you positively interact with your clients. The people reviewing your portfolio may appreciate your maintaining an active online presence that is positively reflecting on you. And I think that's all. Then on the fourth one, on ways of having an impressive digital portfolio. I can't find it. So on the fourth one, on ways of having an impressive digital portfolio, update your portfolio frequently. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on. I can hear you. Mr. Chukwemeka, go on. We can hear you.
Okay, can you see my slide?
Yes.
I still see my
Number
slide.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so update your portfolio frequently. Individuals who create new content constantly may forget to upload new work to their digital portfolio. Set a monthly reminder to update your site with new work and consider phasing out older ones. Doing so can show that you are up to date on the latest trends in the industry. It can also show that you have recent work experience. For example, if you display samples from a software application that you designed 2 months ago, a hiring manager can learn that you are knowledgeable of technological advancements and have grown diversifying your skills. So the fifth one on ways of having an impressive digital portfolio: arrangement and navigation. Make sure your portfolio is well organized, easy to navigate, group similar projects together, and provide clear titles, description, context for each piece. Consider creating separate sections or categories to showcase different types of work, such as branding, illustration, the digital marketing. Keep things and let it be concise enough. So we've been talking about concise. So the sixth one is a concise description. Accompany each project with a brief case study that provides context, objectives, and your role in projects. Highlight the challenges you faced, your creative process, and the results achieved. Of course, to an extent, this may not be necessary. It depends on maybe the question thrown to you when a reviewer is reviewing your digital portfolio. So this only not helps the viewer understand better, but also demonstrates your ability to think critically and solve problems creatively. The seventh one, having impressive digital portfolio. Put it on LinkedIn. A lot of hiring managers search LinkedIn in their hiring process. Take advantage of this by having your digital portfolio front and center on your profile page. This can immediately set you apart from potential candidates if the potential employer likes your work, and if not, it saves you the time of taking to a company that may not be the best fit for you. To an extent, these days, you notice that most LinkedIn profiles, you know, putting a digital design, maybe as their picture. Once you look at it, you already know that yes, this person is like this. That will even an introductory part of what you may end up seeing in that person's profile. Some maybe some developers will just write up something and put as a picture on the profile. You drop down their LinkedIn DP, let me just call it DP like that. When you see that kind of thing, you don't need to ask questions. You just need to go further and see if yes, actually what this person is trying to portray is true. So another idea is to approach your e-portfolio as if it were a you know what you need to market. You take time to learn more about your target audience and understand their needs, and then really think about how you would like to experience your work. So I think at this point, we should be able to understand what a digital portfolio, a compelling digital portfolio should be, and how having an impressive digital portfolio. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. That was an impactful session there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Emeka. Just put the clap emoji. Send in the clap emoji. Send in the clap emoji. Let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate our speaker. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chinyere. Thank you. That was an impactful session, and I believe that everyone here today has gained a lot. I believe so. I believe everyone here has gained a lot. So, if you have questions for our speaker, do well to drop it. I can see one question here. Please, let's keep the questions coming in. We'll take at least five questions. So if you have questions, just send them in. Our speaker is ready to answer your questions this evening. Okay, sir, we have two questions here for you. So I'll read the question, and I believe you can hear me, sir. Mr. Emeka, can you hear me? Okay. So I'll read the first question. It says, this is from Chiamaka Okafor. She said, without being a web developer, can I create a website and landing page for my portfolio? Without being a web developer, can I create a website and landing page for my portfolio? That's the first question, Mr. Emeka.
Okay. Yeah, you can create a web page for your portfolio depending on what to portray. In fact, everybody can have a digital portfolio. Yeah, everybody can have a digital portfolio, irrespective of the career. Seriously.
Okay, Chiamaka, I believe you've gotten an answer to your question. The second question from Okechukwu Okafor says, can you show us a sample of what a digital portfolio looks like? Can you show us a sample of what a digital portfolio looks like? That's from Okechukwu Okafor. Are you there, sir? Okay, I believe the network is acting up again. Okay, we lost him. He'll be back shortly to answer your question, Okechukwu. So if you have more questions, please drop them in the chat box. Thank you. Okay, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's saying you should show him.
You said about what Okechukwu asked.
Yes.
Okay, I'm coming.
Okay.
Let me try and get.
Okay. Okay, while we wait for that, if you have questions, let's not be tired. Our speaker is ready to answer all of our questions, unless we know that we didn't gain anything today. So if we have questions, send in your questions. Don't be scared, don't be tired. Send in your questions and our speaker will answer them.
Okay, I don't know if Okechukwu is still there.
Yes, he's here.
Okay, let me just a Wikipedia page of one or two portfolio I have. I can't even lay hands on it now, but let me just share this one now.
Yes.
I don't know if my screen can be seen.
Yes, we can see your screen. We can see your screen.
So this, like, let's say this one, I don't know if it any other website, but if it doesn't have, there are so many things on this portfolio portrayed here now. If you go through it, you don't need to understand who this man is and what he has been able to achieve. I don't know if okay people is even doing this.
Yes, he's here. So he will be saying it. Okay, Chiku, I believe,
So
yes.
there are so many.
Okay, we cannot hear you again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so there are so many seen on digital portfolio, but then it depends on the career and it depends on what the person is trying to portray. Not everything that one brings in to a digital portfolio. It depends on what you want your audience. Your audience to actually know more about you from birth to whenever. Of course, you can portray that as was seen on the Wikipedia page of Allen Onyema.
Okay, Okochukwu, I believe that you've seen what a digital portfolio looks like now. So if anyone with questions, please drop your questions on the YouTube chat box. Drop your questions. Okay. I can see the suggestion from Onye Okeke. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for answering our call and coming to speak to us today this evening. So I'll be handing over to Mr. Godwin to give us the closing remark. Mr. Godwin, are you there? Hello, Mr. Godwin. Hello.
I'm going to send you.
Mr. Godwin, can you hear me? Am I still audible? Mr. Godwin, can you hear me? Okay, while we wait for him, I want, if there is anything from the meeting today, if there's anything from the meeting today that we know that we've learned, we can just drop it on the chat box. Let's see that, okay, this class or this session today has been impactful. So let's drop the key points that we know blessed us or touched us. Let me put it that way. that we know that will change our life and change the way we see the skill that we're learning. So let's drop the key points that we know we learned today. Drop the key points. Drop the key points. Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Emeka, you have another question. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, you have another question. There's another question for you. It says, can the digital portfolio be created on LinkedIn? Can the digital portfolio be created on LinkedIn?
Sure, of course. It can be created on LinkedIn. In fact, I don't think there is any LinkedIn profile that is not crafted to be a digital portfolio, unless you don't want to make proper use of your LinkedIn profile. Right? So it can.
Okay, Teresa, I believe you've gotten the answer to your question. So a digital portfolio, LinkedIn has been crafted to have a digital portfolio. So it's like he said earlier, it gives you the leverage to be able to market yourself. Okay. Gives you the leverage to be able to market yourself out there. So it is created to be that way. Okay. Mr. Godwin, are you there? Okay, I don't think Mr. Godwin can hear us. I don't think he can hear us. So keep your questions coming in. Keep your questions coming in. Keep your questions coming in while we wait for the closing remark. I've not seen anybody drop what they learned today. Let us know what you learned today. Just in one sentence, what have you learned today? In one sentence, one sentence. I have 16 people on this call. So even if it's 5 people, let's know that you learned something. Just a sentence. What have you learned today? One sentence. You can drop it on the chat box. You don't have to unmute your mic. Just drop it on the chat box. We are young and vibrant people, so let's make it smart. Let's make it smart. What have you learned today? Okay. We have Mr. Godwin here. All right, over to you.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you, everyone, for being around today. Thank you for participating fully. We have a lot of people on YouTube. Thank you for being around. Thank you for those that joined here on Zoom. So, with this is going to be the end of this mentorship session like this. So still going to cascade the information. Please pay attention to these pieces of information and the announcement so that as we wrap it up, we know what to do next. So right now, this will be the last day for these evening sessions, evening mentorship sessions. Yes, thank you, Miracle Mobo, and everyone. So from tomorrow, we have also shared the exam link in the group for those who missed the exam the first time. So if you know you missed the exam, the link is still in the group. Make sure you take the exams so that we get those details between now till weekend. I've been seeing a lot of people asking questions, when are we getting certificates and the rest of them. So we are going to work with the list we have. We are going to work with the responses we got from both attendance and the exams. All right. So if we don't get your name or your detail from the exams, it will be assumed that you're not there. So please endeavor that you get it done. Endeavor that the people you know in your class, your colleagues who went through the training with you, all fill the questionnaire, the exam, and their details are well captured. Then please use the form where you're supposed to submit. You're supposed to report your business registration for those who went ahead with that, or you went the route of your employment. Maybe you've gotten a paid internship or a job. Please use that. There's a link for it. If you don't have it, or if you don't know it, please just indicate so that we will share it. Tell us your listing, we'll share it in the groups. But it is there. Just use it to submit your business registration details. We are going to submit that as part of our report, and we'll be recommending that the government find a way to fund or help the program. So if it is approved, I'm sure they are going to work with the list we submitted. So it's important and in your interest that you work with that. It's important and in your interest that you um, update your details with that. Is that okay? Then finally, we are going to share a form. Today is Wednesday. By Friday, we're going to share a form, and you have between Friday to Monday to fill it. And we are going to expect you to just give a one paragraph description of what you learned. Like, what is the effect? What do you think the program, how do you think the program benefited you? All right. You're going to need that feedback to submit. This is what the program meant to me. This is what I learned, what I benefited from the program. We expect everyone to feel that. It won't take your time. It won't take more than 30 seconds, 1 minute if you can type fast. So you just fill the form and return. So the form will be shared. Please endeavor that you fill all of these forms. We need to collate all of this data and hand over as you are wrapping up. And then the issuance of the certificate will be announced in the group. So stay tuned. Don't leave the group. I've been seeing people leaving the group. Please don't leave the group. The award of the certificate and anything else that the government may decide to do will be coming in after now. Make sure you feel. I'm sure that we'll have a good life thriving in our chosen fields in the tech industry or in the entrepreneurial industry. So with this, we want to say thank you very much from us at Decent Jobs Tech Skills Limited and from the team, Solution Innovation District, the innovation arm of the government of Anambra State. So we want to say thank you for participating. Please do well to follow us on all of our handles on LinkedIn and on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and the rest of them, so that any update, any other updates on other of our programs can be communicated to you and you participate where and when necessary. So I saw a question. So what about registration? Someone asked a question. Okay, what about those whose registration are pending? Okay, if you applied their CSC but your registration is still pending, no problem. As soon as it is out, please update. And hopefully, it shouldn't take long. The registration shouldn't take very long. Between now until next weekend, it should be up because we need to compile this report and submit. Right. So thank you, and do have a beautiful weekend. A beautiful night and a great week for the rest of the week. So thank you very much. We'll keep in touch in the group. I don't think there is any other questions, so we'll call it a day now. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you.